What's always fascinated about you, sir, is that you didn't get involved in race riding until you were 31. You'd already done lots of other sports. Why race riding at 31?
Well, I wanted to understand what it was like from a jockey's perspective, because a lot of people don't understand. You go to the races, and you just see people galloping around. You have no idea until you do it just what incredibly hard work it is, and how much technique and practice and application and fitness there has to be.
It's all right. It's just like a sort of football at the moment. You see.
What physical preparation did you do different?
Oh, well, lots of it. I ran, and I also bicycled endlessly on a bicycle with no, which you take the seat off.
No,
so you can't sit down.
The no saddle bit.
Exactly, no saddle.
The first one I remember was rode on a flat at Plumpton.
Yeah.
I actually finished second, ran very well. The David Thompson one, which is rather unfortunate for all of us.
I couldn't possibly comment. It was much easier, of course, on the flat. You just keep going straight, but the meeting the fences all the time. He was a very special old horse because he had all the right conformation and he had the right front on him.
And that day at Ludlow, what was that like?
Well, it was very exciting. I mean, I remember, fantastic butterflies, which is a very good thing to get because once you get going, you stay calmer, I found. When we set off, I had no idea what I was doing. So he tanked off in front of everybody. So I just led all the way around the first circuit. Suddenly I heard whack, whack behind me. Then all these people started overtaking. I thought, God's sake, I'm going fast enough as it is. Any faster. After I'd completed the whole thing, came in second, the sense of unbelievable elation was absolutely extraordinary.
Coming up that spring, we all got very excited. He was going to run in the Grand Military. He was cantering, I think, up on the gallops at
Well,
Lambourne.
we did the gallops in the morning, and as always, he did brilliantly. We galloped up the hill, and at the top, we pulled up. He always went home. He bounced like this. He'd never stopped. He was always bouncing, characteristically. And that morning, when we got to the top, he didn't bounce. I thought, this is very odd. And he started getting slower. Then everybody's shouting, get off! I've never forgotten that. He crashed onto the ground, and I just held his head while the life drained out of it. I couldn't bear it, because you see the life going out of his eyes. It nearly finished me, actually, that one. I'd never had that happen before. But Good Prospect was one of those horses that completely the opposite to Alibor. I very quickly discovered was in the race that he would hit the top of the fence and drop the shoulder. Yeah. And I wasn't nearly experienced enough to stay on.
He's off, the horse is on his feet, and Prince Charles is still on the ground at the moment.
Worst feeling in the world, I found, was coming off like that, and they all gallop over you, and then they disappear so fast, and you're left in sort of silent despair.
That's the end of the Royal Ride.
Nobody can ever take away from me the fact that I got round one whole circuit of Cheltenham.
So looking back out on those downs is a sort of permanent part of the countryside. How strongly do you feel that?
Well, very strongly, because they're vital and important parts of the British countryside. We try to help, for instance, when there are emergencies, like with flooding or, God forbid, more disease or foot and mouth. All that can help a little bit to make a difference between survival and failure.
Carntop wins in the colours of the Prince of Wales and the Duchess of Cornwall.
The two of you had horses in training this year on the flat, Pacifier and Carntop.
Yes.
Any chance of them going over jumps?
Certainly Carntop, who did start off with great potential and was second in the Derby trial. And we actually thought for one wonderful moment that we were going to be in the Derby, didn't we? One very quick, very exciting.
Those dreams.
So Carntop is going to go jumping and has gone to Jamie Snowden, and we have every intention of winning the Gold Cup now.
Oh, I like the sound of it.
Yes, darling, of course.
That's the idea.
The dream lives on.
The dream lives on, exactly.
What else?